Hello friends, our today's topic is geometry. In geometry we talk about shapes and size of the objects, and geometry is derived from two Greek words geo and metron, where geo means earth and metron means measurement. So before diving deep into geometry, I would like to discuss some of the terms that are frequently going to be used in geometry, and they are going to be very useful in the coming lessons. Let's start with a point. A point is just location. It has no dimensions. It is a dimensionless figure. It can be represented as alphabets. For example, A and B are 2 points here. Next is line. A line is a series of extended points. For example, if I connect A and B with several points, this forms a line and it has two arrowheads. The arrowhead at B represents that AB is endless in this direction, the direction of the B. Again, this arrowhead at A represents the line is also endless in the direction of A. Next concept is ray. The difference between line and a ray is a ray has an end point. For example, if I delete the arrowhead here, it has a beginning here while the end is till infinity. This is a ray. Next is a segment. Segment is a line, I would say a part of a line with a specific length. For example, if I delete both the arrowheads, here A and B is a segment, or we can also call it a line segment. So after line, ray and segment, I would like to discuss angle. Whenever two lines intersect in such a way that they share a common point. For example, here AB is a line and BC is another line, and they meet at a common point B. So this forms an angle. Angles are measured in degrees or radians. For now, we will be using degrees. Let's assume this is 60 degree, and whenever an angle is less than 90 degrees, the angle is called acute angle. And whenever the angle is exactly 90 degrees, for example, this one here is 90 degree. Please note that I have used this symbol to represent 90 degree. This is called a right angle. And an angle greater than 90 degree if this is 120 degree, this is called obtuse angle. We have three more kinds of angles. They are straight angle, reflex angle, and a rotation. I'll show you the examples. Consider this angle AOC here. We can see this is a straight line and it forms an angle of 180 degree. And this is called straight angle. This is a straight angle, and the one greater than 180 degree, suppose this one, this angle, let's assume this is 200 degree, and this one is called reflex angle. And the angle which is 360 degree, that means a complete rotation, is called a rotation. A rotation angle, or generally it is also called a rotation. For example, if I sum up all these angles from here, this sums up to 360 degree, and this is called a rotation. So we divided angles into 6 different categories based on the measurement of the angle. Angle is done. Next is vertically opposite angles. See this figure. Let's call them A, O, B and C, O, D. Here two angles lying on the opposite sides. For example, these are two vertical angles A, O, D, angle A, O, D and angle C, O, B. Angle C, O, B. You can see these are two vertical angles and they are just opposite to each other. So they are called vertically opposite angles and they are always equal. These two angles are always equal. Similarly, if we take AOC and DOB, they are also vertically opposite angles and they are also always equal. This is done. Next is complementary angles. Whenever there are two angles that sums up to 90 degrees. For example, let's say this one is 40 degree. Angle AOP is 40 degrees, and we have another angle COD. This is 50 degrees. Then the sum of these two angles, angle AOB plus angle COD, equals to 90 degree. And if this happens, then we call them complementary angles. These two angles are complementary to each other. This is done. The next concept is supplementary angles. Let's have a look at this figure. Here we can see AB is a straight line, therefore the sum of any number of angles formed on AOB is 180 degrees. So we can say angle COA or AOC plus angle COB equals to 180 degrees. In cases like this, they are called supplementary angles. That is, AOC is supplementary to COB. Similarly, COB is supplementary to AOC. Thank you for watching, friends. In the next lesson, we'll learn some more important terms that are going to be useful for coming lessons. Thank you.